you've now seen two loops, the while loop and the for loop, and now you have choices and which loop to take, and choices aren't always easy. So let's look at a typical problem. Let's say we have $10,000 and we get 10% interest, and we want to know what happens to our nest egg over a period of 30 years. Which loop should we take? Now, in this case, what's going to drive our decision is the fact that we know we want to do something 30 times, and when you know how often you want to do it, then the for loop is what you want to choose. Over here, I've modified our program to do this. Here, you've seen I've changed the balance to 10,000. I've changed the interest rate to 10%, and I have now that I want 30 years, and then I just write my loop here, where the year goes from 1 to the number of years, gets incremented every time, and inside here you have the familiar computation of the interest. So notice that in this loop I know exactly how many times the loop is going to execute, namely this many times, 30 times. Let me run the program. Here you see the output. You see the interest starting at 1, scrolled off at the top, and it went 30 times. That's the classic case for the for loop. Contrast that with the example of the first program that we had, where we wanted to become a millionaire. At that point, we used a while loop because we did not know how many years it was going to take for us to achieve our lofty goal. When you don't know how many iterations you want, the while loop tends to be the better choice. So that simply is your criterion for a decision. Do you know how many times the loop runs? You usually choose a for loop. If you don't know, you usually choose a while loop.